Good morning. I wanted to share a little bit with you about some things that I want to change in 2018, some things that I want to do in 2018, but in particular, the topic that I want to talk about today. Last summer, I took the kids down to Florida because I have been thinking in the next couple of years, I'm probably going to be an empty nester. And I thought, I might want to relocate out of state, and there's a couple of areas that I think are very pretty. So we drove down to Naples, Florida, and we were driving around, and I was thinking about different things, and all of a sudden this thought hit me. Well, what if I cannot find a job, at least not at the level that I'm at? And as soon as that thought came to my mind, this other thought came and said, where's that come from? Why are you thinking that? That's not the way that I think normally. Well, that is ageism, and it is a mindset, and it is probably in most of us to some degree. Ageism is nothing more than stereotyping others based on old age. It occurs throughout society in varying degrees in media and movies, in employment, in stores, in advertising. And we do it daily, even in social interactions, but we don't really notice it. We have become so, it has become so acceptable that we're not even concerned about it. But I have begun to be concerned, perhaps because I am there and I am the recipient of some aspects of ageism. Now, when you think about it, there's a lot of stereotype comments that are made, such as older people are past their sell-by date, or why hire them? They're going to become senile soon, which, by the way, the risk of Alzheimer's and dementia and all that is probably less than 5%. And there has to be some pre-existing conditions for someone to come down with these, such as past head trauma and other illnesses, etc. Also, in society, older women are of less value than younger women. And if you notice, for example, Hollywood, the older the leading men get, the younger the leading ladies are. So certain things have got to change, and it is a mindset. And one of the things that need to be turned around completely is the way we speak, our expressions. We need to change our communication. And I am guilty of saying things like, you look great for your age. I know what I mean, and you know what I mean. But in reality, what we're saying is that this particular age is supposed to look this particular way. So in our minds, our point of reference to when someone in their 50s or 60s or 70s, what that is supposed to look like, that image always includes wrinkles, sagging, maybe some frailty, maybe some lack of mobility. Bottom line, not as attractive an image as you would have of a younger image. Where did this come from? Personally, that mindset was put in me because of growing up. I saw the people that were in their 40s, 50s, 60s plus, they were primarily already showing those aspects of aging, of wrinkles and sagging and lack of mobility and so all those different characteristics. Now, our grandparents, great-grandparents, they did not have the kind of information, access, understanding that we do when it comes to nutrition and exercise and supplementation and all those things, and the effects of sun. And we have so much now they did not have. So they didn't do as much for themselves as we do today. Now, let me say this to their defense. Many years ago, our grandparents and great-grandparents, for the most part, they probably worked outdoors. They were farmers. They were exposed to sun for hours and hours, just trying to make a living. Those that grew up during the Depression, a lot of the people, they were just trying to put food on the table. They worked multiple jobs. And the stress of it, if you think about it, of course, translates into very little sleep. Illnesses, back then, things that now can be cured or treated quickly, they just linger for weeks and weeks, and that took a toll on their bodies. So we honor them, we honor their generation, but that should not be the point of reference for what someone in their 40s, 50s, 60s plus looks like. That we need to change. So we, the baby boomers, are first responsible for individually taking care of ourselves, keeping ourselves fit, keeping ourselves healthy, doing everything that we can possibly do to remain vibrant, to begin to change the speech, to begin to change the mindset. Also, I am surprised that people still do not reveal their age. I have found some, and I thought that was just a thing of the past. Again, by hiding our age, we are basically sending the message that 50s is just not a good thing, 40s is just not a good thing. So that outlook has to be changed. And also our speech, making comments like, I am having a senior moment. I hear that a lot. I am having a senior moment. I am too old to do this or that. I am over the hill. By the way, and hear my heart, calling mature women cougars is offensive and is unacceptable. Women are not animals, and women are not predators. Look at the birthday cards. As soon as you hit 40 and you begin to look for the 40 birthday cards, that's when you begin to see the trend of going over the hill. And even though it's put in a funny, humorous type of context, again, it is the mindset of ageism. It is getting old is a bad thing. I am guilty of a lot of this. And I made up my mind for 2018 and from this day forward that I'm going to change my communication and the way I talk about becoming more mature or aging. As I mentioned before, I will never look at someone and say, you look great for your age. I will say, you look great. Because I had never looked at a 16-year-old or a 20-year-old and say, you look great for your age. No, it's the mindset. We do it because we are complimenting someone who looks wonderful, but we are doing it at the expense of putting age in a context of, you're not supposed to look this good. Because that is the point of reference, the mindset that I have. I will never use age for an excuse for anything. I will always flaunt my age. You look great for 50, say you're 50, say you're 60, say you're 70. I commit myself to stay healthy, to stay fit, to stay vibrant, to stay active. And I'm saying this on YouTube because I want to establish that accountability with all of you. I will also bring people to accountability when it comes to ageism. Meaning, when somebody says to me, "You look great for 57," I will ask, "What do you mean? What does 57 supposed to look like?" Not to be unkind, but to bring awareness. And I want to know. I would like to know what they think about how I'm supposed to look. I am curious about what kind of mind frame do they have when it comes to 40, 50, 60s plus. So I just want to leave you with this. Let's begin to change our speech, begin to change our expression, begin to really take care of ourselves, because individually this is something that if we do and if we are consistent, hopefully the mindset of the culture will change as well. Until next time, bye-bye.